Good morning, Leslie Sproul Melendi. How nice to see you. I had a little trouble signing in to Zoom where I record these things. Okay. Let's make sure that doesn't get us any more. All right. Woohoo! Life is so exciting with technology and everything that's changing. It's always different. Every day is different. I can't count on any day being exactly the same. That's just irrational and illogical and crazy mind stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna do some prayers, and then I'm gonna read to you some things that are really important, and we're going to pick some cards from the Reconnecting Soul deck. That's the Reconnecting Soul deck by Jean Adrienne. I really like this deck. I think it's got a lot of juice, a lot of relevance. Okay, so let's start there. I'm going to pick 3 cards, one for the morning, one for the afternoon, and one for the evening. And oddly enough, they're all in a row. Okay. So this is the first card. That's the Dominion card. And in my world, we bring in the soul's energy. The soul is about 12 inches above our heads, the 8th chakra, and we let the soul pour its light into us. Good morning, Milena. How nice that you're here. Yay. So we let the soul pour its light into our crown chakra, and the soul light is filling the space between the 8th and the 7th chakra. We just allow that. There you go. And let the soul's light fill the entire body. You may even feel it tingling in your feet. See, it joins your energy. And in that space between the 8th chakra and the 7th chakra, we're going to insert this symbol for the missing DNA strand. And we're going to reacquire it energetically. It's a pretty good stretch of the imagination, isn't it? Why not? This is the Dominion card, and that means we have created many universes, and as such, we have responsibility for our creations. Our thoughts create ripples that run throughout eternity. So we have dominion over our thoughts and our behavior, of course. And since we've created so much all along the way, we can do this. We can have different thoughts or accept the ones that we have, not fight them, not get into a wrestling match with them. So this morning is about dominion and not wrestling with the thoughts. Our thoughts create ripples that run throughout eternity. Is that what I really want to leave in eternity? I think I'll improve my track record. All right, for the afternoon, we have this card. And that card, let the symbol come into your body, representing one of the missing DNA strands. Just let it come in. Let it be picked up by all the cells. The cells in your body know what's going on. The light in each one of those cells know what's going on. And the light of your soul, enhancing the light in every one of your cells, knows what's going on. And so we take in and reacquire this card. It's the radiation card. Everything is energy, and you radiate your frequency, your unique frequency, into the ethers so that everyone benefits from your life. The barriers are down and you are free. Radiation, everything is energy. And you radiate your unique frequency into the ether so that everyone benefits from your life. The barriers are down and you are free. That feels really good. And it's a nice card to follow up the Dominion card. All right. The third card for the afternoon is this card. You are going to love this. You'll love this selection of cards. The divine has got a great sense of what's going to make sense for us. All right. And we bring this card representing a missing DNA strand into the space between our crown chakra and the 8th chakra, the soul chakra. And allow this symbol to move throughout the body, to be reacquired by the body, and for the body to benefit from this. You're doing great. Yes, let it go all the way into the soles of the feet. Wonderful. This is the sharing card. Sharing. We're back in kindergarten, folks. We're going to share. You are one with all that is. With this attribute and activation, you assist all else to grow as you grow. You are one with all that is. With this attribute and activation, you assist all else to grow as you grow. All right. So now I want to read you a list of attributes of the nature of the divine. And these come from my readings of Joel S. Goldsmith, who was a Christian mystic. He died in about 1963 or 64, but his work has made a surprising amount of sense to me. And it has helped me to recover from having multiple sclerosis. And when I was really disabled and home all the time, I couldn't grocery shop for myself. I needed help doing my laundry, all this stuff. I was reading Joel S. Goldsmith, and was it the Thunder of Silence? Was the book I was reading the most. And it and the Tibetan herbs and Western meds and meditation and change in diet, all of these things conspired to make me well again. All right. These are attributes of the nature of the divine. So just take them in. The kingdom of the divine is within. And we might even say the queendom of the divine is within. The divine and I are one. I and the divine are one. The divine is the only power. There are not two powers. God is where God is realized. The divine is infinite. The divine is infinite being. The divine is infinite intelligence. The divine is infinite consciousness. The divine is infinite supply. The divine is infinite love. The divine and I are one. I and the divine are one. The divine performs the work I am given to do. The divine doeth the works, not I. The divine withholds nothing from me or from you. The divine already knows what is needed. The divine is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The divine is not punishing me for any reason. Neither do I condemn thee. It is God's good pleasure to give me the kingdom. The divine does not judge me or you. Therefore, there is nothing to forgive. The divine does not judge me or you. Therefore, there is nothing to forgive. The nature of the divine is pure good. The divine is always expressing goodness. The divine is pouring forth every good thing into expression. The divine takes no pleasure in sacrifices. God, as infinite intelligence, is beyond my influence. Thank goodness I'm not beyond the divine's influence. God is omnipresence. The divine is everywhere present. God is omniscience. The divine is all-knowing. God is omnipotence, omnipotence. The divine is all power, all, only, the only power. God is wherever I am, God is. God's grace is my sufficiency. God is, I am. I am, God is. God is love, and in God there is no death, no vengeance, no hate, no judgment, and no punishment. The divine and I are one. I and the divine are one. God is life. Therefore, life cannot end, not for any reason, sin, accident, disease. The divine is closer than breathing and nearer than hands and feet. The divine is closer than breathing, nearer than hands and feet. The divine's love is given to the entire world. The divine's love is given to the entire world, to the saint and the sinner, the just and the unjust, the rich and the poor. The divine and I are one. All right. Sinking deep into that divine connection within, fully embraced and intermingled with the light of the soul. Feel the light of the soul within you and the light of the divine within you and around you. All things are one. I and the divine are one. There is no separation. And the divine shines its perfect light within me. And I radiate that outward in a comfortable and easy and natural fashion. The divine and I are one. I and the divine are one. Sensing the divine as your own personal inner divine. Link with this light, with this energy. And allow yourself to be renewed. The divine is infinite. Infinite consciousness. And in the consciousness of the divine, I ride free. No debts, no duties, no encumbrances. The divine is infinite light. And easily, my light joins that of the divine. The divine is infinite wisdom. And the consciousness and wisdom of the divine is available to me at all times. Good morning, Dan Durkin and David Ray. Thank you for being here. The divine is infinite being. Therefore, I, within the divine, am infinite being. And the divine is infinite love. And so we open our hearts to receive. Open our hearts as wide and large as possible. Put them on, receive, and allow the divine love, the divine light, the infinite being, the infinite supply to flow into and through our hearts. Allowing ourselves to enjoy the freedom of infinite consciousness. Allowing ourselves to be that consciousness. The love that we show the world, the others around us today, is that of the divine. Infinite, loving, permanent, flowing. That as we show this love to others, we are filled with more divine love. We are backed by and supported by the divine. For everything is the divine. You, me, the others, all are the divine. And we are in the divine, of the divine, filled with the divine. I and the divine are one. You and I and the divine are one. You and I and the others and the divine are one. The whole world is family. Now slowly and gently and easily and effortlessly bring your floating consciousness back into the room, perhaps feeling your feet, wiggling your toes, your hands, feeling your heart today. And thank you for joining me for this adventure, ever different from week to week. If you are interested in having a reading, either Gwen Chris Prasadi, either an Akashic Records reading or channeling with Anubis or a divine energy healing, please sign up on my website, anniechannels.com. There are buttons you can schedule yourself. It's pretty groovy. And I'll send you a confirmation letter and we will do the deed. Have fun doing it because pretty much wherever I go, I have a good time. If I'm not having a good time, I am really off. Thank you everyone for joining with me today. You are a blessing to me. I appreciate it.